G'day, I'm Ash. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Welcome back to another round of War Thunder, and this time it is the random number generator series again. This time it is a squad based, and I am not the dice master in this round. However, that was delegated to Elder, and what we rolled might surprise you. It's one of the vehicles that is on my top 10 hated list, and is selected right there. It's the YAG 1029K. A decent vehicle, no gun depression, no armour, it's basically a milk truck. It has this massive gun on the back. I'm not even sure the size of the gun, but I absolutely love it. It is hideous, it's terrible, and it's disgusting at the same time. If you can corridor yourself in this particular vehicle and get yourself in a position where the enemies are sort of driving towards you, you're in a better position, that's for sure. Anyway, the boys are just deciding where we are. I'm joined by Collusion, who is basically just a regular member of the channel now. We've got Elder and we have Jeebus as well. And getting a bit stuck here in a little bit of mud. Not always the best option, but you know, you continue through. And we're going to just hightail it towards the right-hand side of the Reichstag, because it is a very key location for stopping enemies from progressing towards A. Now, this vehicle's playstyle is quite interesting. It is basically in the self-propelled anti-aircraft lineup, and it probably could, in fact it probably should be used as a proper anti-air vehicle. However, as you see, it's basically just a tank destroyer. So, you know, stick to roads. It is a wheeled vehicle, and being such, it does tend to struggle a little bit when it is going off-road. And as you see, you can't depress the gun over the front cab, so you have to really rely on the side-on profile of the vehicle in order to really maximise the effective output of this vehicle. Even that being said, the little bucket on the back which holds the rest of the crew for travelling purposes, particularly the gunner and the loader here, you have to shoot over that as well, and that can also be a massive obstruction. I'm going to check my left and right here. The enemy has finally captured the A point. And I'm probably just going to slowly maneuver myself, you know, towards that point right there in that corner. There's nothing worse than going around a corner, particularly slowly. And here you can see a little bit of the downfall with the gun depression over the back of the vehicle. It's good, but it's not particularly great. And, well, let's not mention the reverse speed. -5 kilometers is not good, especially with a truck. And you've got to push towards that corner. We're just going to slowly reverse here. We are just going to keep moving forward. We don't know whether the enemy is going to come flying around that corner. And speaking of the devil, here comes a Puma. Goodbye, Puma. Straight through the ammunition, knock him out. Goodbye. He came around the corner flying like a deja vu wannabe. And that is that. Reload is quite impressive on this vehicle, however it can't necessarily take a hit. I feel sorry for that Puma. He was going to take a flank on our enemies and push round towards the top end of the map where my two friendlies are sitting. Collusion's gone and capped B, he's just bunkering down over there. I'm just going to continue reversing up with this terrible reverse speed. Just double checking that there are no other sneaky vehicles. I'm rather concerned about this thing, as its armor protection is basically non-existent. If you get shot by any vehicle with machine guns or any aircraft, it is basically toast. And we're just approaching the corner here. We're going to slowly back up here, because if we get shot at, we can easily go forward instead of having to slowly reverse around the corner. And what do you know? Another Puma. It's probably the same dude. Unfortunately, we only make a hit on him. He deploys his smoke. We're going to put another round straight into him. We get a kill assist on him. Unfortunate. Oh well, we continue looking for targets. Hang on, what's that over there? There's the vehicle over there, isn't there? No, continue scanning the horizon, and we're just going to hold down this position, wait for the smoke to dissipate, and just looking around, just waiting for things to happen, and oh, hello, there's a Panzer IV there. Going to put a shot into him, knock out his cannon barrel. We are at 4.3, and that's when a sneaky stug decides to show up, and of course, with the reverse speed being particularly slow, you can easily just lob shots, and, you know, move out of harm's way because you're facing the correct direction. Aim up just a little bit, straight through the driver's hull there. Knock out all of the crew. That stug is not going to be on the assault anymore. This is really the ideal positioning for this particular vehicle. Unfortunately, that Panzer IV dies to a friendly. We don't get the kill on him, but there is another Panzer IV-G, and he comes around that corner there, just sitting on the edge, and I blap him with another shell, causing a double strike. There's the third kill, and here we see a horde of YAG, anti-aircraft, tank destroyer-esque kind of vehicles. It's just an absolute nightmare, but as I said before, any machine guns can cause a lot of damage, and so just by sitting here, inherently, the other boys might die, but there is a hellfire of machine guns coming directly towards those guys. Try and lob a shell into that Puma over there. Didn't quite hit the mark. There's also a Panzer III, and my squad mate Jeebus, who was also playing this vehicle, dies to the fray. Unfortunate, but we continue pushing on. Waiting for the gunner to come back up. There's a lot of crew in this, but I don't think there is enough crew, so to speak. Let's be real here, this vehicle is just an absolute milk bus, and it's just a bus that can carry a bunch of troops around, but it has a massive gun. That shot going to hit? No, clearly not. Anyway, he spotted me, he's just going to machine gun this point. I'm just going to sit directly here, because I don't think he can see me. Alright, we're just going to put another shot directly towards him. We miss again. That's unfortunate because I've got him ranged in. I just need to just correct myself just a little bit. That's when he knocks out my gunner again. So we're just going to pull forward and watch his machine guns into the building there. Double checking my flank. You never know when they could have been really sneaky. So you can see all the machine gun fire hitting the opposite side of the road there. But now we're reloaded and we're heading directly back towards the action. Well, that Puma has disappeared briefly, and there he is. He's made a crucial mistake. He's moved out of his cover. And there you go, ammunition exploded. Too easy. How many kills have we got now? I think we're up to 5 now, no 4. Anyway, there's another couple of machine gun shots coming from the far distance. We're going to just poke around the corner carefully. That's that same Puma. It was a different Puma. And there we go, there is our ace. Killed 3 Pumas, 1 Panzer IV, and I can't remember the other vehicle. Regardless, we're going to continue hugging this corner as long as we can, because this is basically denying the enemy from pushing up on this flank, which is very, very crucial. Of course, there's the Panzer III earlier that destroyed my squad mate, and that is our 6th kill. They are not happy with me in this position. They're trying to flush me out. Artillery is coming in. The whole works and shabam. Now there's a Panzer IV sitting around up near their spawn. I didn't quite see this. There he is. Knock him out. Straight through the hull. Pretty easy shot, to be honest. And this thing's gun is just utterly amazing. There's also a whirlwind with him. So we're just going to reload. Shoot straight through. Again, Panzer IVs, easy peasy. This thing tears through tanks. Despite it being my number 10 top hated vehicle in my top 10 hated vehicles list, I think I'm doing pretty well for a laneway defense sort of, position where you put yourself in a key position to hold a particular sector on the map. And I think that's what I've demonstrated here with this vehicle. It does not take direct hits, it will not take machine gun fire as the crew's all exposed. It is quite annoying to drive off-road, so do keep that in mind when you're trying to position yourself. It doesn't have the greatest horsepower, the gun does weigh a considerable amount, but you continue on because, well, it's basically a milk truck with a 90mm gun, or 76, I can't exactly remember. Anyway, they do not want me here in this position at all. They're trying to flush me out as much as they can. That way they can push up directly towards A. They tried capping C, however collusion was directly on them. This is a good game by the whole entire squad all around. Now, I try backing up here, very, very slowly. There is a Panzer IV, another one. I think it's a Panzer IV, or is it a Panzer F2? It doesn't necessarily matter because out of nowhere comes a HE219 and knocks me out of the match completely. I do manage to spawn in an IL-2, however the mission ends before I can actually do anything meaningful. Poor little Marder 3 there survived my wrath, that's for sure. To the results screen, and let's talk about this vehicle a little bit more. It's a vehicle that is, I don't know, a little bit useful, but at the same time it's not really that useful. And I get that it is certainly a meme machine in its own right, but I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, thank you very much to Jeebus, Elder and Collusion for joining me on this one. And a special thanks go to the patrons and everyone who supports the channel. Thank you very much. My name's Ash, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.